Hello everyone. So we're back with my second week of this is the week after the bank holiday weekend. So this is Tuesday, in fact, day that I'm filming this. And I have decided to give myself a £15 budget. So I've still got things that are left over from last time. I'll go over that first, shall I? So we still have 2 eggs. Oh, that's in the wrong place. I've got tuna steak, I've got some carrots, I've got my batch cooked meals. I didn't, obviously they're frozen. I didn't label them, so it is kind of a guess as to what they are. These containers they are freezable, but they are a bit brittle when you take them out of the freezer, so I kind of have to wait for them to defrost a little bit before I can see what's in them. But potentially I think I've got 2 bolognese and 1 sausage casserole left. I've still got that much butter and a tiny bit of flora, and I have got the lamb curry, and then I've still got the packets of rice that I showed you in the previous video. I've got some spaghetti, a packet of spaghetti that I haven't opened, and some tagliatelle. And then I have gone to Aldi, and they're a shop. So what we've got is the porridge sachets. They were 95p, and there's 8 sachets in there, so that's my breakfast sorted, and they'll be left over. There's milk, which was £1.75. The natural yoghurt, which you can see there, is 55p. So that was actually cheaper than getting the Greek yoghurt. So I think the Greek yoghurt was, I think it was 95p for the Greek yoghurt. So I went with natural yoghurt just to keep costs down. The red onions were 95p. The soft cheese, which you can see back there, was 95p. I've got some chicken fillets, they were £2.19. The baking potatoes, so because it was the bank holiday weekend, Aldi had offers on a few root vegetables. I thought they were going to have it on potatoes, so I thought they were going to be 4p, but I just couldn't find any there. All they seemed to have on offer were carrots, which I've already got, parsnips, which I don't like, and turnips, which I don't like. So that was unfortunate, but the baking potatoes were 79p, so I picked them up. So that's a pack of 4, so that's easy dinners. I've obviously got the tuna steak, which I've shown you. I've got the bolognese that could go on there. You'll see in a moment. I've got some cheese. I've got the soft cheese, obviously, but I've got normal cheese. So the Cathedral City was £2.99. I mean, that was quite a luxury, really. We use that in the house. I know that Aldi do their own version. I don't think it was much cheaper. I think we're talking a few pennies cheaper. So whatever I don't use of the cheese, we will use in the house anyway, so I thought I'd get that. The loose bananas were 16p each, and there's 2 of those. The spring onions were 89p. The white bread was £1.39, and the peppers were £1.49. So I'm mostly going to be using up the leftovers and making meals out of what we've got here. This morning I didn't get a chance to film, so I have already had a porridge. I'm using up some of the milk, and I have had using some of the soft cheese. I've had that in a sandwich just for my lunch, and I'm shortly going to go to the gym, and I plan, sorry, there is actually another one of these that was in the microwave, so I've just been defrosting it so that in the microwave, just so that I can have that when I get back from the gym later. I plan on showering at the gym. I don't know if I mentioned in my previous video, I think the last night of me going to the gym, that the gym's water system wasn't working, so I wasn't able to shower there. I haven't done a summary of how it has affected my electric bill. I will do that at the end of this video to sort of explain how it's impacted the bill over both weeks. Last week I was filming over some of March and into April. Now we're into April now, so I'll be able to show you on my app how that's impacted the bill at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Morning everyone. So we're on Wednesday, which is day 2 of the second week. I've just made myself some breakfast. I fancied something different to porridge, so I've got the natural yoghurt. I've got some frozen raspberries underneath, which you can sort of see peeking through, bananas, and the last of the granola which I had in week 1. You would have seen in the last clip what I had for my dinner last night. So I had a jacket potato with the bolognese. I've got another one out of the freezer which has been defrosting overnight in the fridge, so hopefully that'll be defrosted by my lunch time, and then I can have that for my lunch as well, or depends how I'm feeling, to be honest. I might make something different. You'll see that in the next clip. So for my lunch, I'm just thought I'd try something different that I've not tried before. I've boiled some pasta. I'm literally just about to drain the liquid off. I'm going to save a little bit for the sauce. What I plan to do is make garlic butter pasta to go with my bolognese. I'm only going to have a small amount of bolognese to go with it. I'll show you that shortly. I just find it so hard to cook and talk at the same time, so I'm just going to get on with it and I'll show you the finished product. But basically, just to explain, I've heated the pasta. I've cooked it for about 9 minutes now. The alarm is literally about to go off, so it might beep in a moment. I've added quite a bit of salt to the water. I saw someone, I think it was a short that I found, where someone said make it like as salty as you can. I plan to then fry the garlic and the butter together, so it makes a liquid, and then I'll put the spaghetti into it. I'll swirl it around. If it needs thickening, I can add some of the pasta water to it, and I may add some chili flakes just to add a bit of interest. I have just so I'm just taking up the heat because I'm worried about it burning. I have now mixed in the butter, the garlic. I mean, it wasn't real garlic, it was garlic granules. Fried that all together and added a small amount of the pasta water. I feel like it's thick enough for me. I have tasted it and I reckon you could eat this on its own. Just have this as a meal. I'm going to add a few chili flakes to it, just to, like I said, just to add a bit of interest, but I'd be happy to eat this just as a meal on its own. I'm just warming through my bolognese, which you can probably hear in the background, and then I'll plate it up. And there it is, plated up. So there the bolognese. That is only about half of a portion, and then the spaghetti. I'm gonna get on and eat this now. So it's Wednesday evening. I have just made myself I don't know what you'd call this. I don't know whether this would be like the equivalent of like a poke bowl. Is that what they call them? I just haven't got any rice because last night I struggled to sleep after having the jacket potato, so I've not had any starchy carbs. So what I've got in here is tuna steak. I've got some red pepper. I found this salad topper, so some rosemary, garlic and rosemary mixed nuts and seeds, which you can see there. And then here I have chopped up some spring onion, mixed it with cream cheese, and I've put a few chili flakes and some black pepper on. Hopefully make it taste nice. We'll see. I'm not sure if I said it on the last clip, but that garlic and butter spaghetti, I would definitely make that again. I would have that on its own without having to mix it with the bolognese. I mean, I was pretty full without having the bolognese on top, and that seen me through the gym, and now I'm home obviously and having this. I'm not massively hungry, but I know I need to eat after going to the gym. So I eat as much of this as I can, but anything left over, this could go on a jacket potato tomorrow maybe. Morning everyone. So I've made myself some porridge this morning. Today is my last full day of the challenge. I saw on the shower doors at the gym last night that the showers aren't going to be working today, so even though I am going to go to the gym later, I'll probably just walk on the treadmill unless it perks up. The weather today looks a bit miserable. If it perks up, then I might just go for a walk in my local area, and then I've booked a gym class for tomorrow morning so that I can shower in the morning. The gym class is at 6:30 though, and I'm not an early morning person, but it might mean that you get an extra clip in the video. I have one banana left, which I'm probably going to have for my snack today. I didn't eat all of the tuna steak last night, so I have put that away, and the side salad. I'm thinking I'll probably have a jacket potato for my lunch later today. I realised I haven't used the eggs, so I am thinking that I will probably do something with that tomorrow morning for my breakfast, which hopefully if I get up for the gym I can show you. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later for my lunch. So it's lunchtime now, and I've just cooked a jacket potato, and I'm going to have it with the leftover tuna steak and the salad, which I think I might actually just put on top of the jacket potato. I might even grate a little bit of the mature cheddar to go on top, just to add something to it. Hi guys, so this is my evening meal on Thursday, so this will be the final evening meal I'll show you. Thankfully when I went to the gym the showers were now working, so I was able to have a shower after my workout. I do still plan to have a shower, to do a workout tomorrow morning if I can get up in time. The class is at 6:30 and it's about a 20-minute drive. 20-minute drive during the day, so I don't know, maybe that might be a bit less for that time in the morning. So yeah, I do plan on having a shower there tomorrow. I will turn on the hot water tonight because my other half is due back tomorrow afternoon, and he'll have been travelling all day and I expect he'll want a bath, so I'll turn that on for him. I've just been looking at my Octopus Energy app, and the difference is crazy. Just so I think on the 6th of April it was, which was the Monday, obviously that was like a normal day for us, with the hot water on, obviously cooking using the oven, etc. I think the charge was £2.73. Now obviously that is a lot cheaper because we've now turned off our heating, we haven't got any heaters going. So I think in the winter months it can be as much as £5. I mean, it might be impacted also because our tariff has reduced as well, so maybe it wouldn't be as much as that now if we had heaters on, I'm not sure. But then Tuesday early morning I turned off the immersion heater and the shower, and that brought it down to something like £1.75. Hopefully you'll be seeing the Octopus Energy app on the screen now. I'm hoping if I can screen record my phone, it'll hopefully be showing you that now. And then yesterday I think the charge was very minimal. It was something like 46 pence. Sorry, I haven't got the figures in front of me. And 44 pence of that was the standing charge, and then the rest was during the day, where I must have used the kettle and the microwave, because it was yesterday I did the pasta on the hob, so that's the only time I've really used electric. And then today I've used the microwave a little bit, and at the moment we're at 66 pence for use of electricity for today. So yeah, it obviously does show how much extra the immersion heater takes up, and having a shower and washing and drying my hair. I would use the oven a lot more. So it just shows how much electric that takes up, rather than using the microwave and kettle and slow cooker, which are obviously a lot cheaper to run. So anyway, I'm going to get on and eat my bolognese. I am a bit gutted. I thought I'd taken out the sausage casserole from the freezer. That's still in there for another time. This is the last of the bolognese, so I'm going to get on and eat that. Normally I'd put it with pasta, or you could have it with rice. I realised I haven't actually used, so I think I showed you in week 1. Where have they gone? The taco kit, I haven't used that at all. I haven't used the tin tuna. I've still got 2 eggs. Obviously I've still got the casserole in the freezer, and I've still got my curry in the freezer. So there's a lot that I still haven't used. Hi guys, so I'm back from the gym. I'm actually not hungry yet, so I haven't had any breakfast. But as I needed to get petrol on my way home, and my God, have you seen the cost of petrol? I think this is the first time I've had to fill up since it's increased. I don't know what it's like in your area, but £1.59.9 for unleaded petrol. I think I put £50 in my tank and it didn't quite fill it up. On my way to the petrol station is a Greggs, and I'm not sure if you would consider this cheating or not, but I have several apps where I can get free drinks from Greggs. So I had an offer from confused.com, so I think once a month I get a free drink from Greggs because I took out a policy through them. So I've got myself a coffee, which is very needed. I am very tired. I think I've done 5 days straight of exercise, so I'm very much looking forward to a rest day tomorrow. Obviously I have got an app associated with my gym where every time I use the gym it gives me a credit. I'm not sure what it's on at the moment. I think it was about £13 last time I checked. So it's getting up there. I will be in a position soon where I will use that credit. I was talking about the apps where I can get free drinks. Let me just say, there is O2, who I have my phone provider with, and I think it's on Mondays. They release several vouchers where you can have a free drink, or it might be £1 for the drink, I can't remember. And also on the Monday they usually release a voucher for you to get a savoury treat for £1 from Greggs. And then there's also Octopus Energy, who I have my electricity through, and you've got to be quick with this one. So if you go on early in the morning, you'll see they have vouchers for either a coffee. Oh, that's my cat. She has joined me on the sofa. She's telling me she wants a fuss, so sorry, I'm gonna have to do that now. Where was I? So yeah, Octopus Energy, you have to go on early in the morning. They've got vouchers for either Nero, and they go really quick, or a voucher for Greggs. You can get that once a week from them. So I did go on early this morning, and I have reserved my Greggs voucher from them, so I may use that this weekend. I've used my confused.com voucher for the month now on the coffee that I got this morning. I feel like that's not cheating because I got it for free. And my point was basically, if you're trying to save money or looking to reduce spending, there's other options out there. I feel like I have mentioned previously that I probably didn't need to spend £15 this week on groceries, because quite a lot of it I haven't used yet. So I've put the chicken in the freezer because I think today is the day it was due to go out of date, so I put it in the freezer yesterday, so that I can get that out when I am ready to use it. I haven't used the eggs. I've still got loads of pasta. I've still got loads of rice left. I feel like I probably should have got a lot more fresh ingredients, like more vegetables maybe, rather than the carbs, because I already had loads in my cupboard that I could have used. whereas I probably could have benefited more from having more vegetables. Usually have more frozen vegetables in the freezer, like peas and green beans, things like that. And I would normally buy a lot more salad vegetables, lettuce and cucumber and things like that. So I think on reflection, I would do that in future. I'm not sure what you thought of the challenge. I know it's very different content to what I usually make. I think I will try and do more of these challenges in the future, so let me know what you'd like to see. I will resume my normal content going forward, but I will probably do the odd challenge here and there. I enjoy watching that sort of content that other people put out where they do challenges. I mean, I'm never going to be as good as Wary Wolf Adventures and what's his name, Atomic Shrimp, where they do the challenges like live on £1 a day or something like that. There are other apps out there that I am aware of and I have used now and again, but I didn't use in this challenge. So is it Too Good To Go? I can't remember which way around it is. There's Too Good To Go and there is another app. So one of them is where you can get a bag full of items from shops local to you that are signed up to the initiative. So it's things that are due to go out of date that day that they haven't sold, and they'll put them in the bag, and it's meant to be worth, I think, about £6, but you might get it for £3. And it's meant to be enough to make a meal. In my local area, I think the only things I can get are bakery items from, we have a local bakery, or there's Greggs that does them, and I think the garage does it because it's got Morrison's connected to the garage, but they haven't really got very good reviews. I have had a Greggs Too Good To Go bag before. Sorry, the Greggs one wasn't too bad actually, but I think you are guaranteed to have a vegan or vegetarian item in the bag as well as meat products. I'm not particularly fond of a lot of the vegan products that Greggs do, and then they'll put like usually it's like the sandwiches and the like donuts and things. You might get that in there, which is fine. Obviously it's not particularly healthy, but I think out of all of the Too Good To Go bags that I've seen, and I think there's like a Facebook group that reviews them, I think Greggs actually is quite decent. You might have like in your local area more independent shops that are signed up to it, so it's probably worth having a look at, see what comes up in your area. And again, they do come on really late at night, so I think the Greggs one you pick up when they close, and sometimes that can be annoying because they've literally closed the shop and you've got to bang on the door and so they come around and give it to you around the back or something. And then there is the app Olio, and that's based on like local people in your area putting products on that they don't want to use. I think they're called like Olio champions, and they might go to like the supermarkets. Like I think Tesco's definitely does it, where they'll put things aside that have been reduced and haven't sold so people can collect it. And I think it's usually a lot of bakery items. So you'll see like a lot of bread and things like that. If you've got a Tesco's in your area, I'm sure there's an Olio champion in your area that's collecting stuff and then they're uploading it to the app. Yeah, that's another thing that I haven't taken advantage of this time. But again, like that goes on quite late at night, and I think once it's gone out of date, I think it has to be removed from the app. I'm not sure on the rules because if I'm honest, I haven't used it for a very long time. It probably is something that I might consider using in the future. I think in week 1 I bought some eggs and they were £1.75, and I've seen in my local area that people keep chickens close to me and they sell eggs a lot cheaper than the supermarket, so it might be something that I would take advantage of in the future, certainly buying eggs. We do have a farm shop as well as a local shop in my village. I haven't yet looked at the farm shop. I mean, I've been in there, had a quick browse, but didn't purchase anything, so I'm not sure whether it would be cheaper to buy from them. You can buy loose vegetables, so I think you've probably seen that a lot of the vegetables that I buy are in plastic packaging, whereas at the farm shop, you go and get like a paper bag and you literally pick up the items that you want. So they've got like loose mushrooms, for example, so I wouldn't have all that plastic to worry about. So it's something that I might look at in the future and compare the costs and see how I go. But if you've got this far, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you've seen the first video so that the second video made sense to you. If you have made it this far, please leave me a pink heart emoji in the comments, or leave me a comment to let me know how you think I did, or if there's anything you'd like to see in the future. And going forward, I will resume my usual content talking about money and finances. The reason I've done the challenge really is because I do feel like your food budget is a big part of your finances, particularly since prices have gone up. There's always ways of looking to cut costs, so I wanted to start trying to do some of that content if I could. But yeah, sorry, I'm waffling now. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.